Welcome to the video. I've actually got the iPhone 13 Pro, just came in the mail today. Now for the past almost year, I've been using the iPhone 12 Pro, which has proved to be pretty good. We're going to talk about the iPhone 13 Pro. We're going to go through it. Obviously, we're going to do an unboxing. And I'm going to talk about why I decided to upgrade even though I've only had the iPhone 12 Pro for a little bit less than a year. So let's get right into it. All right, let's see how you open these things. I guess you... Okay. Nice thin packaging. All right. There is the telephone. So I really like the USB-C to Lightning cable. I wish that everything went to USB-C. Anyway, so then we don't really have much else in here. We can just put that to the side. Now let us just open this up. Okay, cool. Oh, that's it. There's nothing on the back. It's a little bit lighter than I thought. I actually wish that it was a little bit more darker, but regardless, it's good enough. I guess we can just... Okay. It's very bright compared to this one. Actually, it's not that much different. And then actually here is the case that I always use. It is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. Best case for the iPhone. I use them all the time. Now, one thing is I got this case with the MagSafe because I have a MagSafe connector for my car. It's a little GPS mount, but I don't like this big white ring, so I found one that has the black ring. So let's see how this one looks. Get this out of here. And then, all right. Doesn't look that bad. Actually looks pretty decent. Feels a bit heftier in hand. It feels definitely a bit thicker that way. Camera's definitely bigger. So, anyway, it's the unboxing of the new iPhone 13 Pro. Space graphite, 256 gigabyte, because I'm a YouTuber. We're going to talk about that now. Alright, so why? Why, if I have a perfectly good iPhone 12 Pro, why would I go ahead and spend the money and get the iPhone 13 Pro? Especially, this is the 256 gigabyte model. Well, there's the first reason right there. This is the 128 gigabyte model, and I bought this phone because it has a pretty good front-facing camera, but then after buying this phone, I bought the Sony ZV-1 that I'm using right now. But I bought it with being a YouTuber filming videos in mind. I didn't really use it that much, partly because the 128 gigabyte version is just very small if you're filming videos all the time. So that's the first reason right there. This is a 256 gigabyte version, and sometimes I actually wonder if I should have gone the 512 gigabyte version instead of the 256. But we'll see what happens. A lot of the stuff I'm going to be editing right away. It's not like I'm going to be filming on this phone for a year and having footage locally stored in it for a year that it's not going to go anywhere else. So that's number one. Number two is going to be battery life. So back in the day when the iPhones were tiny, actually I have a small iPhone somewhere in the house, the iPhone 4. Crazy how small those things are compared to these now. I always said there were going to be two things that are going to force me to upgrade, or two reasons why I would look to upgrade, and they were bigger screen, better battery life. We got our nice big screens, perfect, you know. Battery life, pretty good. I went from the iPhone 6s to the iPhone 10s to the iPhone 12 Pro. Every time I moved up in phone, I moved up in screen size and battery life. Going from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 10s, nice size screen. The 10s to the 12 Pro, the screen was a little bit bigger, but battery life was a little bit better. However, I'm hearing that the iPhone 13 Pro, I get additional 2.5 to 3 hours of battery life over the iPhone 12 Pro. And by the way, this is not the Max version. I don't do the Max phones. I like the regular size phones. I put them in my pocket. I've tried the Max Plus, whatever you want to call it. No good for me. I like having the phone that just fits in my hand, fits in my pocket. A lot easier to hold if you're vlogging, a lot easier to just handle every day. So that being said, battery life. I am going to get probably about 2 to 3 hours extra battery life. However, as time goes on, I'm going to show you guys something. As you charge and discharge the lithium ion battery, you're actually wearing and tearing it. So now this battery, you guys can see that, turn the brightness down, is at 89%. So what that means is if I charge this battery up to 100%, with this phone being almost a year old, this phone is only going to perform as a brand new iPhone 12 Pro would with 90% battery life. You get me? The battery has degraded and lost 10% of its original value. So current day right now, today, which is Thursday, December 9th, 2021, I bought this phone in January of 2021. Charging this phone right now in December of 2021 to 100%, it is going to hold the same charge as if I had charged this brand new phone in January of 2021, almost 12 months ago. You understand me? So the phone can only be charged 90% right now. That's inevitable. That's wear and tear. All phones are going to have that. But going from this phone to this phone, this is a brand new one. It's got a fresh battery. I'm most likely going to get more like 3 or 4 hours extra battery life as opposed to 2 or 3. So those are the big reasons to upgrade. I've noticed that especially with doing these vlogs and these Vlogmas thing, I mean, even though it's only for a month, the phone is really nice to have. It's a really convenient camera because you always have it in your pocket. You could just pick it out. You could just film like that. It's nice and wide, the view. The picture out there is good, even though I don't really use that much. All the cameras are so good nowadays on the phones. But I'm finding this black rectangle that we carry around with us is one of the most important computers we can have in our lives. So if you can afford it, buy the best that you can, within reason. This is also a lot easier to get lost, and if it's a lot easier to break. If I was in a situation where I was losing or breaking phones, I would be on the iPhone SE program all day. $400, you could buy 2 of those phones before you buy one of these. However, this fits my needs very nice. Because I'm making YouTube videos, this is just a really nice piece of technology and a really nice camera that I could have. Plus it has good battery life, better storage, better screen, it's easy to use. And as a bonus too, if you do use a MacBook, you can actually just airdrop. I've airdropped 20-minute videos and it only takes like 2 minutes to airdrop, so no wire at all. So anyway guys, that's the iPhone 13 Pro. That's the reason why I got it. If you can afford it, I would consider upgrading to the best phone you can. Take a look at your use case. Not everybody needs the best of the best of the best, but if you are a content creator, YouTuber, TikToker, whatever it is, if you use your phone for anything other than checking emails, Google Maps, whatever, Facebook, YouTube, definitely consider it because these phones have become one of the most important pieces of technology that we carry. Another nice thing too is I am able to return this phone to Apple and get like $600 credit. So think of it as real estate or like a car. You know, you buy a brand new car, you trade in your used car, you get credit. So keeping that in mind, you could upgrade every single year and you're not going to feel the difference. It's just if you want to get a new phone every year, every 2 years, every 3 years, every 2 years is okay. If you're only really using your phone for basic needs, you could probably go 3 years. You don't have to worry about getting a phone every 2 years, every 1 year. But if there's a big jump, like a big jump in battery life, a big jump in screen, camera quality, size, like for me, then yes, absolutely worth it because this is not just a phone anymore. This is more of a camera. It's a computer. It's a one device does everything. Anyway, guys, gonna leave it right there. Thanks so much. Appreciate all you guys watching. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Bye.